Thank you. We'll do two more songs by Brahms a little bit later on. Brahms is a melancholy kind of chap, I'm afraid. There's such beautiful music, but obviously we've got Late Autumn, we've got Evening Song, we've got A Beautiful Night, all that sort of stuff. It's kind of almost, I mean, you want to steer away too much for, you don't want to get involved too much in kind of biography, really. Except that Brahms was quite an unhappy kind of chap, really, and so a lot of his music is really bittersweet, even when he's trying to be jolly. And our next composer is kind of the opposite, really, because this is a very profound piece of music, a very important piece of music. It's called the Trois Chœurs Religieux, which means the three religious choruses. And actually, they are so sugary that we're actually going to split them up, because I think three of them would be like a sort of 3.5 litres of iron brew, really. They are faith, hope, and charity, and they are actually written. Although they're called three religious choruses, they're actually written for a solemn setting, really. As you probably know, Rossini, as I say, he's almost the opposite of Brahms. Because really everything he touched is fun. Even the tragedies he wrote are a lot of fun. And as you probably know, he was brought up in the opera house, and when he got to the age of 36, and he wrote William Tell, which is something like his 38th or 78th opera. He wrote about 3 a year. But then he decided, he found himself in Paris, he decided to retire, and he said, I'm not going to write any more music ever again. And he lived for another 40 years, and of course he did write music. But there are one or two religious, there's a Stabat Mater and there's a Petite Messe Solennelle, which actually isn't very petite. But those apart, everything else is really small scale, little piano pieces, little songs, and they're usually kind of jokes. Now these three pieces are as I said, they're intended, I think, to be profound, and you'll hear from Margaret, we're going to sing them in Italian, and you'll hear from Margaret that the sentiments are worthy and rather supposed to be sort of meditative, but I'm afraid the music keeps kind of dragging us into the opera house, and they're great fun to sing, as I hope you'll agree. So we'll hear them one at a time, and this is Faith.
When dark clouds cover the sky, and the soul worn out by misfortune is ready to fail, then a beacon of light, brighter than the sun, blazes with unimaginable splendour. Through the light of faith, God speaks to us. O faithful ones, believe in me. Faith chases away every doubt and sustains us from first light to the close of our day.
Così lucente se